check the little circles.
Yeah, live again.
Alright. Our technical difficulties aside, we are back. Hopefully, I don't really need layers anyway, so at least not in this case. Alright. So, you guys have just sealed the door. Are yourselves within? Alien, or...
Yeah, we just shut it. They're not smart enough to actually open the door.
As far as you know.
Had to cut the power.
They're animals, man.
No, really. How'd they get to the reactor level to cut the power?
Alright, so you guys have a little bit of time to catch your breath for and what are you guys doing?
We need no breath. We
No
proceed
breathers.
directly to the access.
Not gonna look around here.
Expect to find something here?
Oh,
As far as I know, we were just stopping here on the way to 6. This
All right.
appears to be a habitation level, so there's probably not a whole lot here we could use. Moving on.
Moving on. Alright, so you kind of weed your way back into the lift area. Are you dropping circles? Okay. I was like, I see them flicker. I wasn't sure what was going on. If there was new error issues. All right.
We did get a pry bar, didn't we?
Of course, because there's
yep.
you're
I found
expecting
one.
head crabs.
Mechanic toolkit. Oh, actually, you're right. Somebody specifically said pry bar, that they were grabbing a pry bar.
I found a crowbar last time.
Yeah.
Made a
Ground
point.
roll.
Look, crowbar.
Yep.
I had one you could borrow, but go ahead.
Hey, I'm
Use
gonna
the alien
keep that.
crowbar.
That's right. I'm gonna keep that thing. Actually, I'm probably not.
It'll be your default weapon, like Gordon Freeman.
Bucks is like a super high-tech crowbar.
This one goes to 11.
This one goes clonk. All right. So how are we gonna get down there? Need power.
We pry the door open and ladder down.
Seems reasonable.
Man, we need jetpacks.
Ew, ladder down.
Actually, there's a stairwell marked on the
No,
right-hand
that's
side
like
there
a-
by Jim.
That is actually it kind of goes to a lower portion of like that side of the place is lower.
Oh, I see.
Getting
kinda
Ella
weird.
down the ladder is gonna be weird.
Well, while you guys are working on the hatch, I'm gonna glance around in some of these other rooms, see what's in them. Just
I've seen Weekend at Bernie's. We can just throw it down the ladder.
curious to following along.
She is heavily armored.
I figure we could probably manage some kind of cable, rope, something or other, and sort of lower her down.
Yeah, that's a good idea with the cable. she's going to be looking at her armor later, going, "What are all these scuff?"
Yeah, that won't make her happy.
All right, that first room or that you're looking in is kind of like what looks like a meeting briefing kind of area. Could also be a group dining room.
There's something
Poor
on the
bastards.
whiteboard. Something on the whiteboard about safety.
Well, I can't read it. I have to have Lorraine translate it because I don't speak Balani.
Looks like there was a what looks like a role-playing game set up on the table, like a GM screen, some dice knocked down,
Neat.
scattered.
Totally gonna take some dice.
Poor bastards never knew what hit them.
Oh, dude. You need to get dirt from this asteroid.
Yeah, well, I don't need that. I've got whatchamacallit now. I've got the proto stuff. But yeah, I had to think how I'm going to do that. Presuming we're going to have to go outside the station at some point, and then I'm going to like chisel a little chunk off.
Well, you could get some from the inside in the out past the platform. Unfortunately, there's
Zombies.
stuff out there. Wonder what the actual population of the station was and how many of them we've taken down.
Well, I know it's currently population 0.
That's not
Former
true.
population.
We're here. We count as part of the population.
Well, we're
I don't think we count as residents.
Visitors.
They were playing some kind of universal system called Voyager.
Tell us
All
about
right.
the
Another
shaft.
stairwell.
All right, so inside here looks like looks mostly like a computer terminals. It looks like a control kind of for some of the systems along here. It also seems to act as like a central comm point for this level.
Hey, I found
What's
a
with the
comm room.
stairs?
It's got stairs.
Where do the
Where do
stairs,
the stairs
go?
go?
These stairs, well, it's
Oh, it looks like it's like recessed.
yeah, like
So this area here was probably like it's like a ramp down.
yeah, it's a ramp down.
Okay.
Yep. It's kind of odd because you'll see here where this goes down, and then that goes, and then
Yeah, I see
this
now.
goes down. So the central circle area is lower than the outside circle.
Who the hell designed this crap?
It's those Valani architects.
No, if it was Villani, everything would be square and in just the right place.
Well, it was in the right place then. It just isn't anymore.
All right. So opening that is a entertainment area. Looks like large, viewing screens, couch, that kind of stuff.
Neat.
Is this place generally moss-free?
There are strands of it, but for the most part, it's not as dense as other places.
So you said the shaft.
All right, so
probably should have Armin do it since she's so damn strong.
Well, at this point, Buck has kind of got these panels figured out, so he's easily able to open the exterior hatch. Looking into the shaft, you can tell the lift is still above you.
See, we disabled that, right?
I believe you did, yes. So it is above you. There's like dark, it goes straight down. From here, it's about maybe 3 floors, which looks like where you have another level. And then another, so a total of 6 or 7 floors to the bottom. And about halfway is is your restricted area, or your planned destination.
Alright, so how are we getting down there with the captain?
We can tie her hands together and put her over someone's shoulder, and they just have to shoulder her down.
It's gonna be you, because you're the strongest.
Yay!
Wonder how much of a load she would be.
Body weight plus the weight of the armor. Oh my goodness.
Which is 60.
Oh, is it only 60?
Yeah, it's not powered armor.
Still,
It's the powered armor that's super heavy.
yeah, like the Dreadnought battle suit. That's only 500 pounds.
Well, her extra heavy load is 450 pounds.
Holy crap, you are strong.
That's the max. Her at heavy load is 270. So
Yeah.
It's probably heavy or even medium.
well, no. If you figure Ella's probably at least in gear alone, probably 200 pounds, and then add in 60 pounds. Add another 60 pounds of armor.
Yeah, that's more
Gotcha.
than
No,
I
she's
can
probably
lift by myself.
Extra heavy.
Yeah, I don't figure she's probably only a little over 200 at this point. Okay, well, if we want to try that, we can try that.
All right.
I guess that requires less engineering.
Now, is her climb going to be affected by her encumbrance, though?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
God,
So,
climb.
Well, it is a ladder.
Right. So you will all okay. Who's going first? Because you're going to also. I'm assuming Buck, because you're going to have to open up that door on the other side.
Okay, yeah, I will go first and open the door and make sure that the coast is clear, and then wave people to start coming down if I don't get attacked.
If you do get attacked, I'll make sure to name one of my kids after you.
Thanks.
Everyone Lorraine kind of gives him this look from behind him, like, we never talked about kids.
Wait, what? No, hold on. So how does the encumbrance thing affect the climb?
I'm not exactly sure.
It's a minus. I think it's -1 for every level.
It's normally subtract your encumbrance, but ladder up or down is no roll.
Just give me a climb check. Don't fail it.
God, I'm totally gonna fail that.
Yep.
Are you carrying her?
No, I just don't have a high
Buck's
climb.
Buck's gonna have to give me a climb check and basically kind of hang on while he's working. So
You mean don't critically fail?
yeah, don't critically fail.
Well, honestly, he's in space armor. He can use his mag boots.
Well, I was going to say he's probably got a D ring on there too.
Oh, so that's what I mean. Is as long as you're not critically failing this roll, you should be fine.
Okay.
So you'll
Fantasy
latch
Grounds
in.
rules, that gives us only a 50% chance to fail.
Exactly. Yeah, 50-50. Screaming horrible death at 7th-floor fall. It's at so it's only approximately 3 stories.
Yeah, but it's 0.6 G.
Well, 7 stories, so it gives you about 3 stories of 3.5 stories.
There you go. Got to look at the bright side.
All right. So Buck, give me a quick engineering roll, and then everyone else give me a climb check.
Lorraine is not enthusiastic about this at all.
It's a ladder. Unless
What if
you're
you
scared
don't
of
have a
heights.
climb check?
What is the default?
Dex
you
minus
have a check.
5. Dex minus 5.
Skills. Huh, she doesn't have a climb.
Don't worry about it. It's just a crit check.
Zzzz.
In all honesty, Armin's probably taking extra time and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna share the new map. You guys see everything.
Closing the old one.
Just let us
Go
know
away,
what we
5.
need to. Just let us know what we need to pretend not to see.
Why
Everything.
did Fantasy Grounds stop responding?
Because it's
Okay, it's
pushing.
back.
Buck, what you'll find is when you kind of come into this room after and kind of wave everyone down, you've got computer terminals and everything in and around. There is this strange device that sits in the center of the room. The flooring is like lift away floors, so the bottom access floor panels. And you can see some odd cables and the light coming from it.
I'm getting spammed with unable to save file to cache. Please restart Fantasy Grounds and reset cache.
Hey, that's something I've been having going on like all night, but I don't know what to do with it.
Just close the console window. It seems to be fine.
No, it's happening constantly. Like when I close the window, it pops up and continues to spam.
Try putting the window just in the background.
Okay. It pops itself to the foreground.
GM hosed something up. See? He hosed something up.
All right, let's see. So it's not anything like what you can recognize. You see what look like some strange ways of splicing cables into. It's almost like this bioorganic computer thing.
That doesn't look like it's supposed to plug in there.
I mean, it looks like they built the room around it.
Well, if nothing's
Oh.
attacking me, I'll wave people on.
Ugh! Yeah, as soon as we get in there, I'm like be grimacing and go ask Buck to. What the hell happened? Somebody dragged that again?
I
It
don't
wasn't
think you
me.
saw it.
Yeah. No, that's because he's not logged in. No, I'm gonna ask him to check out my suit.
All right, I will check
Feedback,
his suit
man.
for leaks.
Feedback. It's giving me a killer headache.
Yeah, you run a quick diag on the suit, and nothing shows an error.
I'll use the biosniffer on him and see if there's
Stupid proto
stuff
moss.
on his suit. Yeah.
I'm gonna die down here. That'll be terrible.
The proto stuff didn't show up on bio.
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
Chem maybe. You have chem?
I got a chem.
I have
I've
both.
got a chem sniffer. I think I got a chem sniffer. Yeah, I got a chem sniffer. I should have both, but apparently I don't. I just need a Star Trek tricorder.
Everyone else, give me a body language or a notice or a perception check. Eddie, you can tell that something is just not right with Abe. Like, he
I'm
does not.
complaining.
Yeah, and but he's just seems distracted and like holding his head. Like,
All right.
he's just not himself.
Eddie's
Eris,
going to
you
bring
also
this
kinda noticed
to
that
the
too.
attention of Hank, and then Eddie will go, Abe, is everything all right?
Aren't you listening, man? My head is killing me.
His suit seems okay.
Maybe it's my comm gear. I have to tear it down when we get out of here.
I can shut it off for a minute, see if that clears up.
We're all aware that Abe has.
Nope.
No, we're not.
I'm sure it'll come up at some point.
Not even suspecting at this point. Except maybe Sai.
Whoa, runtime.
That was
That's what
odd.
I'm getting now.
Ah, okay, that was you.
And it's popping up again and again, so I'll try to restart again.
Portraits? That's weird.
That's after I cleared the cache, so it had to re-download the portraits. Now it's erroring on the portraits.
Huh, that's weird.
So maybe it's the GM's cache.
GM doesn't have a cache.
Reset cache on launch screen before rejoining game. Something else that you guys will notice, some of this room seems like it was built around, inside of like another room. Like this was carved out previously by something else, and then human hands have repurposed it, that kind of thing. Like especially when you pull the floor panel, you look under the floor panels, like the flooring, the way the stone is cut away doesn't seem like anything you've ever seen before. That strange biocomputer looking thing in the center almost looks like it grows out of the floor.
So they found this here and then built the station around it. to study
That-
it, I guess.
Well-
Lorraine will kind of say that does seem possible. I mean, it explain, a lot.
Well, we'll use terahertz radar and biosniffer, chem sniffer on this thing. See if we can't get a read on it.
Yeah, she'll definitely note the discrepancy between the building structure and the surrounding bedrock, that kind of stuff. Like the bedrock almost seems like it was molded that way, whereas the human structure was kind of just bolted into it after the fact. There's no tool marks or anything that you guys can see, and she'll even note that as well. At least not that she can see visibly. Anyone give what else is everyone doing? Armin.
Sensors.
All right. So your sensors aren't picking up much. You do. I mean, you can tell that this kind of area kind of hollows out. You kind of sort of get, when it does the ping, you get that weird like sort it kind of starts to fill in. Tells you there's hollow spaces and where the corridors and all that kinds of stuff show up. Nothing like RF shows up or anything. There is some odd readings coming from the central device. The computers are active, but what does surprise you is this room. One of the things you're noting is there's no power that you can tell coming into this room. At least not. There are some auxiliary systems, but like there's nothing. Like if you can tell, the flow of electrons basically doesn't seem to be coming from the room to that, but more flow is coming out in some cases.
We're gonna look over the screens, the readouts in the area, and try to get a sense of what the indicated purpose is.
Okay. Give me a. Give me a navigation space roll or a physics roll or a something along those lines should work. So as you're kind of looking through screens and whatnot, whatever this is has something to do with the gates.
Yeah, this is all. This all looks like quantum physics.
Way out of my league.
Probably, I recognize some of these formulas. It has to do with wormholes, I think.
Let's see. Who also made a good, decent roll? Armin. Give me I didn't get a perception check from you. Let's see. So Eris. Or actually, yeah, Eris. While you're kind of what is Eris doing?
He's gonna poke around and take a look, but
Alright.
not interact with the computer itself.
You kind of look around. You find another one of those like dial star key things in the room.
Oh yeah.
We have Jim map this area out real quick.
Sure.
Alien drone mapping.
All of a sudden, I get that image in not Covenant in
The other one, yeah.
Yeah, where they send the little drones, and you got the red lasers kind of going through the hallways.
Yeah, that's what I was
Quick,
picturing.
let's run straight.
We don't run straight. We use a serpentine pattern.
All right. So position yourselves in the room real quick for me.
That's not ominous.
Oh, hush. Just need to kind of have an idea of what things are. Okay, so Jim's gonna head off into that room. Have her kind of sit down. All right, so let's see what is Eddie doing right now? Just kind of
Sitting in the background, hanging around with Lorraine, just listening and just paying attention to the surroundings more than what's going on. This is sort of out of Eddie's league.
all right. Buck.
Try to identify how this was made, if it wasn't made by traditional engineering techniques. How about theoretical ones?
It almost the best you could come up with is either they have some way of just like forming rock or
Disintegrators.
or something like that, but you could tell, like, when you lift up the floor panel and you're looking at the ground, it's just like almost smooth you can tell it's stone, like it's the rock from the asteroid itself. Actually, give me a that would be something interesting.
Well, we'd already
astrophysics or anything?
we'd already suggested the idea of nanites, so that's probably also a possibility.
Lorraine's physics success is probably the closest thing then.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's possible. We've seen.
Oh, and Hank's.
Yeah, and Hank would probably between all the three brains and in the group, you guys kind of agree that it looks like this was probably hollowed out at like a nano level. So like they use nano machines to burrow this stuff out at some point in the past. Now, Abe, while you're standing near the lift, you hear you get this large, loud kind of a flash of light come from there, followed by a loud the sound of explosion, and then like the kind of force of air and some debris come kind of falling down through the shaft.
Alert everyone.
And then you hear what sounds like the echo of gunfire and stuff going on some levels above. Like it's quite distant.
Ah, crap. Let everybody know. Let's scramble to get the captain out of the way.
It's it was kind of like that brief, and of course everyone else would notice it shortly after you. But you're pretty certain that something is going on, some levels above you.
Well, here's to rooting for the nano zombies.
Yeah, speaking of, I still want to check that out. So I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out the tool that I used to make sure that the sensitive parts of the jump engine have not lost any thickness or structural integrity. It's able to, it's basically a microscope, a loop.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it to examine Abe's sample of the nanofungus.
All right.
And see if it's made out of nanobots.
All right. So putting it under what basically a super high tech, not spec A, but a
basically an electron microscope.
Electron microscope. You are able to derive that yes, the majority of the fungus that he holds is predominantly made up of clusters of non-functioning nanomaterial.
Are there any functioning ones crawling around on it?
You do see some, especially but it's not the mass itself is think of just like interlocked nano machines, so densely packed that it almost seems like a soft solid. There are a few, and what you could sort of tell is what the few that are active based on background energy.
Okay, well I will explain what I see and
especially when
offer the opinion that this is like one step short of gray goo.
Neat. I've always preferred my goo gray. Much better than orange.
Nobody wants orange goo.
All right, Jim kind of goes into this, moves into this area, and it's mostly what looks like machinery. Best you can tell, it's some kind of looks like some variant of a transformer or RF amplification chambers, that kind of things.
It's a robot in disguise.
No, it isn't.
Mostly like a signal amplifiers. You probably figure that again, it does seem like they've meshed technologies, because you can see other bits of the alien technology kind of where they've grafted like Tech 9 stuff to the alien technology.
Interesting. Jim will take some pictures.
All right. What is everybody else doing? Lorraine will call out that she thinks she recognizes a particular system. Based on some of the database feeds that she has and whatnot. Like she basically she has the key to a other system that looks recognizable. If that makes sense. That visual. Oh.
As in, she's looking at a system. When you say a system, you mean a star system?
Yeah, well, like one of the gates. She's like, "Hey, I think I recognize this gate." And she starts kind of tapping away at the keyboard.
Just out of curiosity, Eddie's going to go over and have a look. And he'll say, what's special?
She'll kind of look here, and do you have this? Anyone have navigation star? Navigation space.
Captain.
I got it.
Actually, oh,
I think Hank has it.
Not space.
hyperspace. Well,
I do have hyperspace.
Hyperspace. There's no hyperspace.
I guess hyperspace could work.
yeah,
Jump
hyperspace.
space.
What? Honestly, I just say space and just call it that. Yeah. All right. So she kind of throws in. She kind of plots it and whatnot, and it looks like someplace in the Trojan Reach, which is odd because she even Lorraine's kind of like, wait a minute, we don't have anything that we've recorded that far out. But then she also makes a statement, but there does seem to be so many different possible combinations.
Chevron 6, locked and coded.
It's funny, my playlist is playing Stargate music right now.
How appropriate.
That's pretty cool.
All right. What is Armin doing while this is all happening?
She's kind of just looking down where Jim went, watching everyone else. She doesn't really know what to do since she's more
All
into
right.
the fighting aspect.
Okay, so she's keeping an eye on Jim. Eris and Jim.
Eris will, let's see. Probably start, yeah, he'll start poking this computer, trying to figure out exactly, just generally more about it.
Okay,
Jim will
give me
continue
a-
flying around.
Okay, give me a computer operations or computer science kind of role of some kind. All right. So what you're able to kind of derive is this is in fact some kind of computer. It is based on.
It seems
how
to run on
interface-
some form of electricity.
Yeah. It is definitely tied in some way to, based on what Jim's saying, reports this. It's like most of all the alien technology is tied into this in some way. At least those chambers. You kind of figure out that what those chambers are a kind of like the communication array, or some way of connecting to a communication array, between the computer itself, and the gates, Yeah, basically like kind of these pieces here in the room Jim's in connect to the Wi-Fi adapting portions of the system itself. So if you were to have a antenna going, it would go antenna, amplifiers, and then your computer. So what this does is you're not entirely sure, other than but you've already figured out. Now, you do find some data stores in here that you can kind of copy. Especially
just
after.
take 'em?
Well, you can remove the you can find the hard drives. So between
I was thinking that'd be faster, and then we could do
Okay.
the hard work back on the ship if we
Okay,
make it
so
that far.
Eris, you point out where the storage, the solid state storage is for the human level storage is. Like, you cannot figure out how that biocomputer works or how it even stores it. Your best guess is quantum level biomass storage that you guys have never dealt with before. It's theoretically possible. Cross between, then Buck, give me a computer repair, I guess, or something that will give you ripping out hard drives from something you're unfamiliar with.
I got repair computer.
That'll do it. So you're able to kind of pull out what you've assumed to be the database of jump gates, or jump gate database.
Fantastic.
Has Jim uncovered the rest of the level?
Let's see. So Jim goes into let's see. Lorraine's probably still kind of working with Hank, kind of figuring out where that system is. Jim, so in here looks like your best guess is some kind of power, some way of you're pretty certain this is kind of like a power kind of coupling or center for the alien devices, or at least some way of harnessing that. Again, it doesn't seem to be complete, as in it doesn't power the entirety of the station. It seems to be isolated just to this level.
Does it seem like it has the capacity to?
You're not sure.
Do any of the readouts in this room measure the power output?
It's pretty high. Again, it's the output of this. Here's something else that you kind of figure. Whatever this power being independent seems to have been on, despite the power of this station itself having been turned off. Like, whenever they killed power or dropped the power, this never turned off.
Right.
I wonder what would happen if we turned it off.
I bet the gates don't work anymore.
Do you want Daleks? Because that's how you get Daleks.
Goddamn flying salt shakers. Flying killer salt shakers.
Abe, you can definitely hear that whatever gun or whatever conflict is going on above uh, is still ongoing. However, it does seem to be dissipating or like getting further away from the shaft. What's rather disconcerting, though, is you can tell that the shaft is no longer going to be. The elevator itself is not there. It looks.
It's gone up.
No, it's destroyed.
Oh, we have debris coming down.
Yeah, you had debris coming down during that explosion. All right, so this door here is does not seem to want to open for Jim.
So you said that they found another one of those decoder things.
Yes.
Is it any different from the one that Lorraine already has?
Well, you left that one on your ship.
Right. Is it any different from that one?
Doesn't look it. No. It it looks pretty identical. But she shows she kind of shows you, points out the pattern on this, or how you could get the pattern to work with one of the gates. Global will contact you guys, and actually, Hank, you get a transmission direct from Global, and he's like, Hank, I can't seem to raise Ella on the private comms. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, she's dead. No, don't do that.
She is currently unconscious, but otherwise okay. We will inform you if her condition changes.
Roger that. Note that Imperial Marine forces on your station are encountering resistance with
Zombies?
your Calaman partners, along with they haven't mentioned it direct, but we've tapped into their comms a little bit. Or what little bit we can kind of pull off is they've also encountered your blue friends as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say he should be getting a feedback from us.
Lorraine all of a sudden just gasps out loud, and she points to the screen. And she kind of takes Eddie's shoulder and kind of points to the screen and goes, "Do you see this?" And you're pretty certain you have no idea what she's showing you on the screen. And she types a few numbers, and it's like, she's like, "Oh my gosh, if these whatever this stuff is gets off, they were running simulations. If this proto moss were to get off the ship, look how quick the spread would be."
We should just blow this place up.
And she's like, "Hey, look, we can't let this stuff get off."
Eddie will look at the screen, not quite sure of what it is that has her so excited. And he'll say,
And,
I don't understand. What is it?
and she
What
kind of
am I looking at?
explains. She kind of takes a moment and she starts rattling off some number or some statements that are well above your head, and then she breaks it. Yeah, it's like, oh wait, I'm sorry. Think of a virus and how quickly a virus can spread between, from person to person. I mean, think back in the days when we were before we had like antiviruses and or vaccines and the like. Think of it like that, and just this stuff spreads from organic material, between or any kind of organic material. It uses carbon-based organic materials to replicate itself.
So this blue stuff is a virus. That's what you're saying.
Basically,
Well, not exactly, but
any kind of carbon-based organic life form is kind of its target.
And those space
And it
zombies
came
or
from-
whatever
and
is what happens if someone gets the virus.
well, it starts to break down your organic material. It looks like it almost creates drones of itself, and it doesn't necessarily know what to do with all the material, so it just kind of builds itself around it, creating she basically it's like a larger version of itself. Does that make sense? Like just something that's designed to, well, feed and replicate. And she
So-
like those blue things are basically, think of them as human-sized versions of the nanomachines.
So Eddie will look at the screen, but this time he looks as if he's got a little bit more of a clue, and he says, "So this is really bad. We should go out of our way to make sure this doesn't get out."
Absolutely. It's no wonder why they abandoned this as easily as they did. They probably took they didn't take any risks. They just kind of left. Poor number of people and that would have been on the station just abandoned to be sort of turned into an automaton.
And then we
it
show
came
up.
from, and then she kind of was like, that's strange. It was basically, and she's like, all this station was created by those things. Look here. And she kind of like, if I understand this correctly, whatever alien controlled this, these could be set to, kind of bore holes. This whole station was basically built from these things, and it looks like they were experimenting with it for their own purposes.
dumbasses.
In fact,
So how do we fix it?
We blow up the station.
yeah, she's like, I don't know.
Blow up the
Yeah, but-
station.
Don't
If
suppose
we
anyone
blow up
would
the
by any
station,
chance,
how do we get back home?
Well,
Nanites are
we get out
Nan-
before the things close, and then the station blows up.
nanites are very rarely fully autonomous. They're
Well,
being controlled from somewhere.
Well, it's like they're exactly, but it looks like their programming is stuck in a loop, and they're just kind of right whenever they got repowered or integrated to a power source, they went back to their last known program or whatever was replicated or whatever. It looks
Right.
like they were doing something with either some kind of bioreplication or manipulation. They were
trying to use these nanos to do something. Can't tell if it was food or just replicate biomass. And it went astray.
If I had to render a knee-jerk guess, I'd point at that thing in the center of the room and say that's probably where they're getting their orders.
If only there was some way we could communicate with it.
What if we blow it up?
No, Hank, I don't think it's that. That might be part of it. But no, there's another, like a storage chamber? That doesn't make any sense. Somewhere else on this level.
Did Jim finish that sweep?
Let's go.
Was there a
He
door?
can't get through that door. That door is sealed.
He's just going to spend some time poking it and ramming it and not really doing anything productive but staying there.
Donk, donk, donk,
Hey,
donk.
Jim is at least semi-intelligent. He can say I can't proceed any further.
Well, I know, but since
He could
can't
probably
Not
ask
without
for
bending
help.
my poker.
he can send voice chat or he can send
Yeah,
comms. to
Armin
those HUDs, 'cause-
will just run over there and scare the door.
I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me open up for you. There's no need to use force here, lady. All right, so
She'll kick the door in the face.
That door has like all kinds of. You don't read Villani. Actually, I think you do. It doesn't take you much to decipher the ancient Villani script. That whatever's behind that door, it's like warnings and cautions, and biocontainment suits must be worn. From this point on. That kind of.
Something weird all around here.
Like weirder or. Oh, sorry. I'm having trouble clicking the links.
No worries.
It won't let me
Now, when it
copy them
says
to clipboard either.
biosuit and such, would there be some nearby, or would what I'm wearing work?
You're basically in a spacesuit, so what you're wearing works. As there, and you do see a cabinet.
You say, hopefully.
Yeah. You do see a small cabinet where there are some, it looks like clean suits and containment suits and whatnot.
Alright, I'll probably put like one of those over my suit if I can, and then try to bust the door.
You know
It's
your
what?
suit's going to be good for that.
Yeah, you're confident that your suit's going to act in all ways the same, if not better than those ones. Your suit's fully self-contained environment. Those ones are just kind of like the plastic bags that you wear over yourself.
Alright,
Yours
in
is
goes the
armored,
door.
theirs is not. Alright, so you attempt to, you can see where you can just, you can throw some interlocks and open it yourself. And it doesn't,
Yeah,
problem
Jim doesn't have any
had-
hands.
Yeah, Jim doesn't have any manipulators like that. The other doors kind of opened at his, you kind of, they have like the auto open features. This one does not.
Alright, I guess I just opened the door instead of kick it in.
Well, you could kick the button. If it makes you feel any better.
You know that does. I'm gonna kick the button.
She's awfully violent.
I would totally kick the button.
Did the door open?
It said,
do I need
ow!
Do I need to roll for that?
No, you're just pushing the button, opening the door. So the door kind of, all of a sudden you get like these. Actually, the whole area, all these warning lights kind of start flashing, like that orange strobe, like, and throughout the area you hear like in those who understand Villani get the warning, containment breach, warning, containment breach.
Oh shit.
For the benefit of
Killed
those
us
that don't
all.
understand Villani, Eddie will translate, and he'll say,
He's gonna
This
say,
doesn't
"Oh
sound too good."
crap."
Well, the containment has already been breached.
Good point. Yes, it has.
And then the giant proto zombie comes charging out.
And when you open this, it's this strange kind of like this whole hallway here. This is like one of those like plexi tubes, like
Right.
connecting one side of the room to another. It's like you have this air gapped kind of area underneath. The room itself kind of looks like there is an air. This is an airlock here, by the way. That room there. This whole area in here is pure vacuum. So that canyon-like area is a vacuum. You could see where this extension, kind of like how you would connect two ships together. It's kind of that same kind of material, only a little more permanent.
Can I see what's on the other side?
It looks like the door to another airlock area.
I think I'm gonna go in.
All right, what's everyone else? Okay, so you're gonna go into the airlock. All right. So what is everyone else doing?
We're gonna shut the door behind her.
I'm gonna back up to the
I'm
doorway and cover the elevator.
Eris is gonna come check out the thing.
Which thing?
The
door that we
elevator's
opened.
there.
Yep, and I'm covering it in case anything or anyone comes out of it.
Okay, so you're positioning yourself there to cover that, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Lorraine's definitely like, what is going on over there? Her curiosity, is full
Yeah, I'm going over there.
on. All right.
I think Hank is
will
going
help,
to hold back.
Eddie will help Buck watch the elevator.
Okay.
Get behind this console over here, not that one.
Where are you positioning Ella?
There you go.
Actually, oh well. Okay, you can move her over there, I guess. No, Hank is going to stay back in here because he's trying to isolate where the transmitter control for the nanites is coming from. So he's digging around.
Okay.
I assumed
Give me-
Armin was still dragging the captain along with her.
Oh, you're
That would
right.
be
I
funny.
do have.
Oh no.
No, we probably
she was-
grounded her.
Yeah, you put her on the ground. Yeah, you would be majorly disadvantaged in movement carrying her around. You probably
Alright.
once you got her down, you probably pulled the stretcher back out to move her. Okay, so give me a computer. Give me something that deals with computer or theory or whatever into the box for Hank, and you're going to be spending some time doing that. It could
You
be
want
comms.
ops or you want
comms, ops, sensors, whatever.
repair?
Yeah. Whatever you feel.
I've got computer ops or repair, so you don't
With
care.
that -2 penalty for tech level.
Right. Yeah, -2 penalty. Just throw it in
Screw
the
you.
box.
But he's only half
Bastard.
word.
All right. You're pretty certain you're working your way to a definitive answer, but you're kind of like running into like, that's right. Back in Old Valon, it was typed this way. Or okay.
Well, if it comes down to a language difference, he's got he's a linguistics.
Right. That's why you're only getting.
He's got a degree in linguistics.
All right. You're pretty certain you're getting on to what you want. There's going to be some time. Okay. So Armin and everyone else, I've got Buck and Eddie kind of doing we're guarding the door in case something comes through, and you guys.
Well, I guess I'm going through the airlock. I don't know if anyone else is actually going to come with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there.
All right. Rain's like, yes, I'm coming. All right, so you cycle the airlock. You are in a. It is 0. It is there is absolutely no atmosphere in that through that hallway. Assuming you guys are just gonna kind of make it to the other side. Cycle the airlock, the other side. And you get here. There is a small porthole. Again, you have all the warnings, it's please ensure, you're clean, clean suit procedures from this point forward. You can see the decon showers, decon equipment. There's all kinds of, stuff in this room. There's an extra suit that, yes, is definitely seen its wear or of time. There is these 2 windows in this door. You can't see through the windows as they are covered in protomoss.
Ah, crap. Don't want to go in there.
You sure?
Totally gonna be a zombie in there. But damn it, I kind of want to know what's in there.
Is there a
It's a
button to
trap.
push or something?
Well, there you can cycle the door.
All right, stand ready, Jim. We may need you to shoot some stuff.
Alright, I guess I'm.
Jim rubs both
Okay,
arms.
well,
the door.
everyone, is your intent to open the door?
Yeah, because we're idiots.
Right?
All right.
What's
doors-
the worst that could happen?
Death.
Okay, so you hit and cycle the door, and sure enough, you have that nice, brilliant blue throughout the room. But it seems to be if you think of tendrils that kind of center on 3 masses inside the room, and as you kind of cycle the room and light plays through and you move, all of a sudden you see those masses start to move. What are you guys doing?
Shutting
it's
the
a
door.
and it's a glowing blue
Noping on
naked
out.
chick saying something about Razorbacks.
Can't catch her
Can't catch me.
because she's gone, gone, gone.
The size of the lumps were like
Hey, those
humanish
things.
shaped.
No, I was about to say. I was about to say those things weren't recognizing Jim as a hostile, but
They recognize Jim as having an ability to harm them.
energy.
But,
Yeah. So it's probably going to take too long for those things to cycle shut. So those things
As
are
those
totally
doors
going to
start-
charge us.
Yep. So as you kind of watch those those shapes, if you think of it this way, like if a person died there and there was nothing else for it to do, think of like it just kind of spreading in like these like tendrils, looking for the next thing to, and then just getting stopped by the door. So everything, spider webs from each of those husks where they fell. And just as the doors start to close, start to cycle close, one gets, catches the door and starts to hold it against opening, while the others start to move towards the opening. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna punch it.
Wow, I was just going to take a step and put the rifle barrel to its head and shoot it. But
That
she
works too.
goes before me, so she's totally going to punch it in the face.
It can't bite you if it's got no teeth.
Oh, Jim goes first. Lay down with that shotgun, buddy.
It's almost like you read his electronic mind.
Hey, wait a minute.
Nice.
How many rounds did he fire?
10.
With his shotgun?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so 10 rounds. It is stuck on the door, so it's not going to dodge very well. So give me your two hits. So you catch a knee and the abdomen. This guy.
Shooting kind of
23 to
low.
both the gut and the knee.
Wound modifier 1. No armored visor. 23. Oh. Alright, so the knee will come off. Well, no. Is it over hit points for a limb? For it to sever the limb?
It's telling you how that works right there.
Oh, okay. Twice, so I would need 15, so... Yep, you blow its leg right off, that first one.
And he goes, ow, dude.
And it does require a death check.
Just wanted to say hi.
I just wanted to punch in the face.
Wow, it's still up.
Sort of.
Sort of. It kind of like leans against the, the wall. Now the actually, I think it's up because it doesn't need to make a check to stay because it made its health check to not die, health check to not stun.
Yeah, but his leg is crippled.
Right, but it's using the
Well,
wall.
he's stuck in the middle of the door,
Yeah,
so it's
so
like gonna
it's-
squish him.
And it made a dex check, so well, he's kind of holding the door, kind of pinning it open, kind of thing. Like it knows that it wants to get out, at least enough. Let's see. So Jim, next.
Armin is gonna step up and punch it in the face.
Push kick.
Absolutely tootly.
Are you gonna kick it, punch it, or push kick? Like force it out of the door.
I'd probably like push kick it back.
Okay, so that'll be a push kick. So you do a kick at, but you'll do.
I think it was
you won't
minus
do-
3.
Yeah. I think she has push kick. It might be something. She
Unless
needs
she
to buy.
actually has it.
No, I just have elbow strike, kick, and punch.
Yeah, just do a kick at a -2, -3.
Which one? I'll choose the lesser.
3.
-3. But you'll basically double your strength. Okay, so you will succeed in push kicking it. Holy cow. Alright, so you double that for strength purposes.
Max damage.
Boom.
Well,
it
max
gets-
knockback.
Yep, max knockback. So that would be 19, so almost a full 2 yards. You kick it out of the door, just as it's kind of getting filled with shot, and there is what you can tell as this is all kind of going on at the same time. There's a small explosion that happens inside the room. Like you hear stuff breaking and shattering and all that
Yeah,
kind
we
of
just
stuff
killed everybody on the station. Don't!
And all right, go ahead, Eris.
Oh, well, conveniently, I also fire 10 rounds, so.
That's the same one in the door. Okay. All right, you fill it full of laser beams. Okay. All right, between getting kicked, getting shot, kicked, and beamed to death, this thing kind of slumps, inert. However, all of a sudden, and everyone, the doors do close, and those yellow klaxon lights now turn red. There's a throughout the state, throughout your area, you get a warning, critical breach. Evacuate the station. Warning, critical breach. Evacuate.
I didn't do it.
For those that are not familiar with Villani, Eddie is going to translate.
we're not in combat anymore. You can see like the two other kind of husks kind of move to the window and kind of hit it. And what you can see through there is behind them this kind of what looks like some strange, best thing you can think of is some kind of containment device is hold and damaged, and there's almost, I guess the most scariest thing you guys are familiar with is the gray goo, right? You
What?
guys are familiar with that? Gray goo that,
Yeah.
breaks down
no.
everything?
Yeah, one
And this
woman
was
probe.
not as bad. Okay, well, Grey Goo is the theory of nanorobotics that if you teach nanites to process materials into more nanites, you will unwittingly bring about the end of the world by spawning a process of nanites that turn everything into nanites. And the resulting surface of the planet is a gray goo made of nanites.
All right. So you guys kind of look on in horror as like you could almost it's this strange just like mass, like that moss just starts to kind of flow out of this. It's not in it's that same bluish mass, but what's even more disconcerting is it starts to break down the other materials around it, and it just starts to flow into the room.
Oh shit.
You guys are kind of sitting on the other side of that door.
Yep, we're time for us to go.
For once, I'm with him. We gotta get out of here.
And that alarm is just like, oh, and yeah. After a few moments, Abe, there's like, I guess, the best way you could describe it is like almost kind of like a psionic scream, like a metal on metal kind of that you feel through your brain, and then it slowly starts to die away.
Right,
And
we are heading out of here.
all right, so while that's going on and you guys are having that little bit of fun, cut back to Buck, Eddie, and Hank. All right, so you guys, Hank, you started, slapping down, as everyone started cycling through the airlock behind you and whatnot. You can hear them kind of like all exclaiming like, "Ooh, what's behind here?" You start to kind of start clacking away at the computer. Buck, Eddie, you guys are kind of positioning yourself, set Ella kind of in a secure spot in case, out of the line of gunfire and all that kind of stuff, keeping her safe. When after all, you hear the exclamation of the guys behind you, and you can, your TAC computer reports gunfire from both Eris and Jim, and then almost at the same time, coincidentally
Jim and then
enough,
our Eris.
Jim and then Eris, two small canisters fly into the room, off the ground, and
Aw.
I don't think you're going to enough area of effect.
What, they come down on grab belts or something?
It's possible.
They
If they
are
have
Marines.
Yeah, if they have the what is it, the battle dress in Traveller, they actually have integrated grab belts.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, because the battle dress is so heavy, that's the only way they could possibly remain upright. And the squeaking in the background is my cat going ham.
I think they were 2-yard bursts.
What is it?
The prismatic smoke,
Okay.
the anti-laser smoke.
That does go both ways.
Yep.
It means they're coming in blind. Damn it. You got tokens missing. Why does it keep doing that? Well, I made that smoke
Oh
token,
yeah, that's
but
right.
that's not going to be that's not going to do much on this white background.
Oh, that's right.
Now you could probably use some of these.
Oh, that's not too bad. It's gray. Oh, that works.
But no, they were not 2 yards. They were like 7 yards.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Yeah, 2 yards is ridiculously small.
Are they 7? Oh, it couldn't have been that big.
Yeah. Yeah, you could pretty much consider this entire room full of smoke.
Alright, let's see. Okay, radius dependent on dispersal mechanism. See below. Da, 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 da. Five yards. So they only toss in one.
End result is effectively the same.
Yeah, considering the guys who are like armed with slug throwers go, huh, and keep shooting.
Yeah, except you can't see anything.
Eh.
The only thing is this is where it would be great if I had layers, because now you're gonna have to try to select. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the circle, because otherwise you're gonna be grabbing.
Well,
the
you
token.
don't need it. You just say, "Hey, this entire room is full." Done.
Yeah, might as well. Are we in combat now, or?
Shortly after that goes off, you have let's see, suit comms would they have kind of like a emergency override, like no, they probably wouldn't, would they?
Huh?
Actually, you know
Well,
what?
we have real time comms, like what they say to each other on the other side of the airlock we hear, unless the transmission is prevented.
Right, but I'm trying to think how someone would break into your comms now, but I guess they wouldn't. Not anything that I have.
Well, they'd have to find the frequency we're on and then jack it.
Right.
Which we can do with hacking.
All right, so
Which is
that
really
goes
hard
off,
to do now.
and like loud voice sound comes through. It's like, "This is the Imperial Marines. Drop your weapons, or you will be, shot."
Do you
And,
hear the klaxon?
And the klaxon hasn't started yet.
It hasn't started.
And then the
Oh.
klaxon
What?
starts.
I take that back.
Oh,
This happens right before we do stupid shit. So honestly, the klaxons probably start as soon as they finish their, lower your weapons and stand down and dip. Oh crap!
Imperial Marines! Drop your weapons and stand down or you will be shot! And
Then the alarm starts.
then the alarm goes off, And you also kind of get the feeling that it's not just happening on your level.
Right.
You know what? To make this even a little, that wasn't a prismatic smoke, it was a flashbang. So, give me a health check for those who could have seen it.
Wearing sealed suits.
And I have optic protection for it in combat armor.
Ah.
So pretty much just Eddie.
Yeah, the smoke is not something you lead with.
Yep. So, all of a sudden, some flashbang devices go
Strobe?
out. Sure.
Strobe will work.
Strobe devices go out, and your suits are going to have to try and match this, counter the strobe. So, give me health checks.
Okay.
Give it a sec.
The suit is basically the same technology. It's designed to counteract.
Right, but it's kind of like they have they're
Strobe.
Your suit's trying to keep up with it, but you've made your health check, so your suit and all that kind of stuff. You're fine.
Oh, made it by a lot since it's +1 per yard away. I think Eddie will make it, actually, at this range.
$9 yards, yeah.
Yeah, I had my back to it when it came in anyway.
So you got a health at +9, Eddie. If you're still there.
Health at +9.
You may have to roll for him. I think his Wi-Fi may have crapped out.
Success. Alright, so all of a sudden you get the loud, sound, crack, boom, the strobe starts to go off, and Imperial Marines, drop your weapons, yada yada yada.
Burp, burp.
And yes, and then the station just goes into the, lever, you're fooked.
How about we take this outside?
Lower your weapons! And you kind of have that standoff moment where, Buck and, they're kind of thrown off by the sounding alarms, but they're definitely, not lowering their weapons while they point them at you guys and you have weapons pointed at them, that kind of stuff. And everyone over here is like doing the oh no, 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 and their airlock is cycling, so you guys are kind of getting ready to kind of race across the
expanse.
Expanse. Okay. So Buck Eddie, Hank, what are you doing with the Marines?
Hank is in the corner. Kind of waiting to see if the Marines are gonna leave.
They're not entirely sure what's going on. They just know that the system is, yelling at them to evacuate.
All right, in that case, Buck will say, "We're Imperials, don't shoot," and point his weapon at the deck.
Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon! On your knees! On your knees! And Eddie will, I don't think he's here, so Eddie will do exactly that. He'll kind of toss his weapon down and kind of do the, like, hey, I don't need to get shot, but we need to get off this place.
This is one of those places where an agent of the Imperium is going to be activated from orbit,
Yeah.
and we're casualties down here.
Is the system giving a countdown to minimum safe distance?
No. As you guys are kind of hauling your tails through, anyone looking back will kind of watch the blue husk kind of at the window. All of a sudden, kind of like almost they kind of get overwhelmed themselves, and then you see the door slowly look like it's melting away.
Oh shit!
Ah!
Hank is going to release his weapon, which is on a sling, so it's basically going to hang loose, and put his hands out where they can be seen, and say, "Can we please take this elsewhere right now?"
One guy will move, will kind of come forward, and they'll cover you. And a fourth guy walks, moves in. I need a blue token. Does Buck and also surrender his weapon to the ground, at least?
Yes.
So once
and he
they
will
have
emphatically say, "You're wasting time. We have to go."
And this guy will show up, and he's like, "It's like, what is going on here? You are in violation of Imperial codes. Blah blah blah."
Read codes later. Leave now.
All right, so
Door's totally gonna hiss open and people are gonna be scrambling out.
They're like,
right.
"It's coming!"
Abe is gonna pause to make sure that the door seals. And he's definitely broadcasting, "It's melting through the doors!"
So, all right. So you guys start to okay. So they give you, as you guys kind of peel around, those other Marines kind of position themselves like, "Stop! Stop! Halt! Halt! Put your weapons down!" All right. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna go with a diplomacy check. And that will be...
Damn.
It's like, damn.
Damn,
That's
Hank.
awesome. Okay, so...
Guys.
Perfectly timed.
Okay,
Guys,
so
I'm serious. We gotta go.
So
They
you
looked
kind of...
at him and like, man, he's got an honest looking face.
So
We got
they kind of...
a Cat 5 right here.
So you kind of, in the quickest terms you can, and simplest forms, you kind of explain what's going on, and he does the looks at you, looks at what's coming, and then
Yeah.
He even-
You haven't.
there just happens to be over your shoulder, kind of like a view screen that you didn't happen to notice before. It's like a camera feed of that you pulled up just before they kind of showed up. Before they came through it's like looking that way, and he can see like this room slowly both getting broken down and kind of widening as
So what is that guy, like a lieutenant or something?
Yeah, he's like, shit. All right.
Is there another way out? Like below?
The only thing we know below is the reactor. One thing you do note is that air gap does seem to be slowing it quite significantly. The problem being that it's kind of spreading along the walls, and what slows it down, but is that it kind of works to dissolve the wall and then kind of propagate itself along. But you figure that air gap has bought you guys some time. He's like, we can get we can get off this station. We have contragrav belts, and he's able to. It's like we can probably get one or two of you at a time going up. Stand by. I can probably get we can probably get a couple of guys.
Let's get him to take Ella first.
And so they start to coordinate with what sounds like some additional members of their team, and a couple some further Marines kind of show up. It's like, just keep your weapons holstered, and we won't have any further problems. Obviously, he obviously notes that you guys aren't the shoot first kind of types, unlike the folks above.
Yeah, they suck.
So, what are your guys' plans? They have a way to get you guys...
Get the frack out of here.
Alright.
We probably also need to contact Glevel to let him know that we need to immediate dust off. And he probably, I'm presuming this guy is contacting his ship to go, pull back. And we probably also need to let them know this crap, we cannot let it get out of here. Once we withdraw, we need to blow the crap out of this station.
It's like, what?
What about contamination?
Blow up the station? We need atomic weapons to do that. All right, Buck.
What was that, Brian?
What about decontamination? There might
One
be
thing
stuff,
at a time.
There might be this stuff on our suits or anything.
One thing you didn't find was any decontamination protocols. They only had some. They were able to contain it. However, the containment storage device was breached by. Yeah, Jim. So, something that comes to Buck's head is one way to potentially destroy the station is to throw the reactor into. Yeah, exactly.
What we could do, I'll present that option.
We gonna have time for that?
Just start pulling cables, right? I've seen the vids.
Cut coolant feeds.
They provide you guys 4 contragrav belts. The rest of you, he says you're gonna have to hold on.
Not a jetpack, but it's still cool.
Yeah, it's basically a jetpack.
The reactor core is 3 levels below, or the reactor control system is like 3 levels below you.
I could do it.
And that's the last we ever heard of Buck. He died honorably.
I don't think we want him going by himself, though.
It's the last we heard of Buck and Hank. They died honorably.
It would probably be best if I went alone, since it's a suicide mission.
All right.
What? Surely you can do some hack-or stuff and crash some systems.
You're pretty certain that the problem that you immediately think of, Buck, is interlocks and all that kind of stuff. We're going to have to be manually overrided at the point, at the terminal. You're going to have to go there,
And you're going to need the red key.
Alone.
You're going to need the red key card. It's got to be on this level somewhere.
What about setting timers on explosives and stuff like that? So,
well, he could put it
everyone
on
can
a
get
timer,
out.
but you're pretty certain you could time it. So you set it and then have the containment fail at a particular moment. You're pretty certain you can easily achieve that.
Well, yeah, it's all in the timing.
Exactly. How what level of coolant linkage do you want to blow it all out into space and let the system go critical immediately, or
implode,
cause a short leak that you can kind of time it to melt down?
Actually, send Jim.
That's right. Yeah, send Bishop.
Jim doesn't have
Bishop
any manipulators.
No, I mean with Buck. So
oh, gotcha.
He's not solo. Buck and Jim. Rest of us are evac.
Based on the layout, is there a really quick way for them to get clear of the reactor level? Is there a way to go from there directly into space, so we could pick him up in 0G?
Well,
if you breach the hull.
The elevator car is dead. It's gone. So the shaft is clear all the way up.
Yeah, the shaft is clear, and that's how they plan on getting you guys out.
Right, and he definitely needs one of the belts.
He does say that. Yeah, they'll give him one of the belts. Now, what they do say is they haven't been able to press into level 5 very far. It's basically they're just kind of containing Kalamanaru's crew to level 5. But the rest of the way from 5 up is clear, or 4 up is clear.
So here's a crazy thought. Why don't we progress to level 5 and help him hold that while Buck and Jim go to the reactor thing, and then we all retreat at the same time when Buck and Jim are exfiltrating.
He tells you, I don't want civilians in that firefight. If we just want to get you guys off the station. If you guys are willing to go down there and do whatever, I can even provide another soldier to cover you. But he doesn't want to risk you guys in that firefight. And right now, do you
have a medic? I'm certain you're going to need a medic, and I will volunteer to be your combat medic.
Okay, he'll accept. He's like, all right, if you guys insist. But we were thinking just holding it until we backed out, and then we left them to whatever we were going to leave them to whatever fate.
Yeah,
okay,
we're not ready to give up on our chance to shoot Bryn in the face just yet.
All right, so Buck and Jim the drone. Is anyone else going? Are you going to accept a Marine escort?
I guess the Marine escort is up to them. But, yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt.
Well, I'm going. So if they're coming, they're coming, and if they're not, they're not.
I'll go with Jim and Buck.
Yeah, if they got their own NG, they can send him down with them.
Keep your heads on the
Alright.
swivel, guys.
Buck. Jim. Alright. You guys are gonna go there.
Quick, what's the Volani symbol for coolant?
I think
That's a-
Armin can read Volani, can't she?
Yes, she can.
Yeah, I can read.
So there you go. There's your translator.
Find me the coolant. Coolant ducts, coolant transfer, coolant cutoff, coolant regulators, anything.
Alright, so I'm gonna look around. Do you want me to, like, perceive or something?
Yeah, and we'll stay together as well.
Alright, it doesn't take you very long to find. Actually, you could probably do most of it from there, and then there's some cutoffs that you're going to run back and forth between.
Watch out for exploding panels. Because you know
Alright.
there's going to be exploding panels.
Have you been playing Pulsar?
Nah, I've watched a lot of Star Trek.
They
Because in the
added
future,
exploding
they
panels to
said,
Pulsar.
screw this whole circuit breaker idea.
Alright, I'm going to try something really kind of odd. I'm going to run this kind of like a chase. I think I can do it that way. See? Alright, you know what? I'm not even going to bother doing it that way. Okay, so we're just going to go down the line. So, Jim, what is Jim doing while they're... Okay, so you guys make it down to the core and you guys start figuring stuff out. Jim, what are you doing?
Jim will basically patrol, look around, make sure it's clear, etc., etc.
Okay, Armin, you're kind of... What are you doing?
Helping with the coolants, trying to figure out if anything's coming around.
Okay. Eris. Well, it was Eris. Okay. Alright, so Eris and the rest. Okay. You guys... is Eris going to stop on level 4 and join the attempt to join the fight, or is Eris going to make it to make his way to the shuttle?
Eris, why don't you escort Lorraine to the shuttle?
Yes, that I can do.
Alright. So we'll call Eris out while he and Lorraine are escorted to the shuttle. So.
And he could take Ella with him.
Yep, and they'll take Ella as well.
Now, can he fly?
They'll basically Eris and Lorraine will basically hook on to some Marines and they'll carry him up.
No, that's not what he meant.
If
I don't
it's
think.
contragrav, Eris can fly it. If it's not, then no.
It's going to be high performance spacecraft.
Pilot?
Well, he has spacer though, doesn't he?
Yeah,
No.
so... Wow, he doesn't?
No.
Nope.
Damn, Eris.
Who the hell created that character?
He's not. Well, actually, that is a good point. He doesn't have to. He has free
We need
fall
to
and back suit.
beat that into him.
Alright. So, Eris will be out for now. I'm just gonna...
We could also send Eddie with them, since we know he can fly.
That's true.
And he could start prepping the shuttle for evac.
Eddie can do that.
Okay, let's make that happen.
Which means it's mostly going to be just Hank and Abe assisting the jarheads.
And Armin?
No, she went with Buck and Jim because she's acting as Buck's translator and muscle.
Okay.
We got this, Hank.
I guess we got this.
And if we get a chance to shoot Taryn in the face, go for it.
Alright, so I have Eddie, Lorraine, Eris, and Ella heading to the ship. I have
And yeah,
Abe and Tank hanging with the Marines.
hanging with the Marines.
Okay, so to move things along, I will need a give me a jump drive roll, and followed by a hazardous material for Buck. A jump drive roll followed, or give me a radioactive roll followed by a jump drive roll.
Radioactive roll.
Radioactive.
I don't know.
What do
he's
you
got his-
mean? Does he have engineer reactors?
No. The best he's got is jump drives or maneuver drives. So they're reactors. So just give me a jump mechanics jump drive roll.
He should have a
For Buck.
mechanic reactor.
Motherfucker. Cat just bit through my keyboard cord. I have mouse only.
Oh,
No
man.
way.
Oh no.
You little shit.
That's a dead cat.
In a perfect world, this is not a perfect world.
No, it isn't.
Stupid cat. That's hysterical.
Fucker.
Well, on the bright side, he can just double click on stuff.
Worst case,
Well-
you probably use the on-screen keyboard.
Mel's not going to be back until Tuesday. Guess who decides whether or not he eats until then?
Sorry, Mel. He didn't make it.
He'll make
Freak
it 3
accident.
days. But he'll be hungry as fuck when she gets home. Because I am not feeding that little bastard. Anyway,
time-
carry on.
Every time he looks at you, you just remind him he's already eaten something.
Yeah. You shouldn't be hungry. You ate my keyboard cable.
So you were saying you needed a roll from him?
Yeah. Give me a jump drive roll into the box.
That's got me curious now.
Wait,
And
who? Me?
yes, you, Buck. Sorry.
Mechanics jump drive?
Mechanics jump drive.
Sorry, I was distracted.
All right.
Distracted by a damn cat.
Motherfucker.
All right. So, how much time are you planning to give yourselves for this reactor?
Well, we know time is of the essence, so we're not taking extra time.
No, it means leaving us. Leaving us
yeah.
to get out.
How much
How
time
long-
do you leaving you guys to get out?
How long? How long would it take from our current location to the gates?
Well, aside from that, I want to make absolutely sure that the reactor will go critical in the minimum amount, No, wait. The maximum amount of time. So, if I can make it go critical in 6 days, that's fine.
You want to give it as long that you want to give it
As long as possible, yeah. But I want to be absolutely sure it will go critical.
Okay, gotcha.
No chances taken. But also, I want the maximum time for escape.
If you make it too long, then you also give the Calaman people that time as well to escape and possibly take this stuff with them.
I don't think they will, though. I mean,
That's a good point, though.
they were dropped off. They didn't leave a space capable vessel behind.
Yeah,
and
but
this station
still,
is
it's
going to
still
start coming apart.
It's still in this slow zone, though.
No, I'm okay with that. I don't think that's a distinct possibility.
All right.
I think I'd probably go. How long would it take to escape from here through the gates, and then like maybe add an hour to it?
You're pretty certain that you could safely assume and give it an hour as the maximum amount of time based on your roll.
That'll do. And I will relay on TechNet that the station is going to go critical in 1 hour at the latest.
All right. So now, Abe and we'll cut to Abe and Hank. All right. Hold on. Who's next? Oh no, since we're on Buck right now. Okay, Eric, Armin, as you are helping Buck out, you're helping him flip switches and whatnot, and you encounter a one of the husks. It comes out of kind of like nowhere. You never saw it coming.
She kicks it in the face.
I
He
kick
goes,
it in the
"Hey,
face.
how you doing?"
All right. Well, if you're gonna kick it in the face, kick it in the face. Give me a roll. Face is a -5.
Thanks, I was about to ask that.
All right. It does not dodge.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. All right. Give me a. I'm gonna do another. He's going to attempt. You kick him in the face. And it attacks you back. Give me a dodge or some other roll.
Where's Dodge located? I feel so stupid asking.
It should be on the defenses.
That one's a little.
Oh, you probably. All right. Easily done. Give me another what? Give me another attack.
Okay. I'm gonna punch him in the face this time. Or not.
All right. So it's give me a dodge or parry, or it will grapple you. All right.
Do I fight it again?
Yep. You'll need to fight
All
it one more time.
Can I just kick it? Like, I don't care where to kick it. Can I just
All
kick
I'm
it?
looking for is 3 successes before it can grapple you. 3 successful attacks, and I'll call it good. All right. Oh, ouch. Good. Good night. All right. So, Buck, after a moment of yelling for Armin to like help you out, you notice that she's wrestling with ducking and dodging and kicking the crap out of this husk. When she kicks it one last time, sending it into like a power relay box, and it cooks it right there. All right. Hank and Abe. All right. You guys get up there, and it is. I'm just gonna kind of use some drawings to speed things a little bit along. So as you can see, this map.
Cool map.
The Marines look like they have, the arcs are their kind of where they, their fields of fire. If you think of this main large area is open. Not here.
Right.
So it's kind of like got a level loft. This box here is actually a small lift. Stairs, that's a railing. This is a railing here. And then you've got where the elevator was. You can actually see where it's been pulled open and set, and jury rigged open. And there are like a bunch of guys down below hiding behind boxes, shooting forwards and back. And there's also kind of a firefight going on here as well. Abe, you encounter an injured Marine.
I am immediately going to go into medic mode.
All right.
I do not want to break him open because of potential biohazard, but I'm certain there's other ways I can do that.
Yep. His I'm gonna need a you have electronics repair medical at all?
Ops.
Repair? No. I do have ops.
All right. Okay, so give me an okay, so where he took the shot was right against where his med comp would activate. You're going to have to get the med comp on his suit to inject him. So I will need an electronic operations medical at a -2. You're basically having to work with equipment that's not fully operational.
It looks like default is going to electronics ops repair medical. My default is going to be 11.
All right, so give me an 11.
Give me just a second.
Booyah. After a little bit of work, you're able to get his suit, to activate, and it injects him with the painkillers and stimulants, keeping him alive and active. Hank, what is your intent while you're on this level? Get in the firefight, or just see what's going on? Strictly observer, assist the fight. What's Hank's intention?
Hank is going to broadcast to the Kalamanaru crew that Hank is here.
Did you just say, "Come at me, bro"?
Come at me, bro.
He is, and he's somewhere where the Marines aren't. So they'll get their
Hank
backs to him.
Okay,
he's going to make a distraction.
So is Hank kind of ducking, taking a different, basically leaving the secure area?
Yeah, he's going to flank around a bit and
Okay.
let the Marines know what he's doing. He's going to get
Alright.
their attention. And
Hey, you get called a crazy SOB. It's like, stay in the secure area. We can't cover you if you're out there. Blah blah blah. We're leaving. Once your friend down there is done what he's doing, it's like don't take long. All right, so Abe, you kind of hear Hank talking, but you're in the midst of working on said poor Marine dude, and
You're gonna be okay, Private Bug.
And you watch Hank kind of do
Fucking
the sneak
bug.
around and try to flank and take a flanking action.
Yep,
So you do see
he's
where
a
he
brave
goes.
idiot.
All right, Hank. Since you're actually looking for trouble, you will find
die
it.
horribly.
Hank, give me a universe reaction roll, please. In the box.
well, I'm going to know what happens.
Well, actually, give me a universe reaction roll.
Go!
All right. So,
Does that mean I don't see Bryn or Terran?
okay. So you kind of flank around, and you actually do, for a moment, see where what looks like Terran for a moment, and you lose him. You kind of skulk through the. Give me a stealth roll in the box. You skulk through the hallways, trying to get to him using the map that you have. Give me a stealth roll in the box. All right. So, just you're pretty certain, you're right where you want to be, and you kind of whip around the corner, trying to count where you pretty certain that you are. What would you? Okay, you're at the corner where you pretty certain Terran is, has his back to you. What do you do?
I put the gun around the corner at the floor level.
All right. So you kind of sneakily put the gun around the corner at floor level, and you see a couple of targets behind kind of like a couple of crates shooting in the direction of the Marines. And all of a sudden, the gun is kicked out of your hands.
Like, actually kicked.
Yes, it is actually
How
kicked.
bad
Like,
did he fail that stealth check?
Oh, he missed it by one.
Oh, I thought it'd been hysterical. It's like an 18.
So
Well, if there's a foot in front of my face, I'm gonna grab it.
okay, so your gun gets kicked out of your hands. Now, all right, so it's your turn. So you're gonna grab a foot. All right, go ahead. Give me a. I'm gonna just.
Rifle's on a sling.
Well, it's. How are you
So
gonna?
you still have it, it's just not in your hands.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just hanging now.
You need to get Wolverine claws in your armor. That are like hyper dense.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Do you have
All right.
luck?
No.
Do you want
course
this to
not.
be? Do you want this to be on a tactical
I
map?
should totally get that. I've got the points. I'm gonna get luck.
Hank wants to be lucky. All right. Do you want this to be on a attack map or just kind of play it blow by blow?
We can wing it for now.
Okay. So, all right. So you reach. Oh man. What does that do? If you critically fail, let's. All right. Is there? Do you have to roll on the crit chart for that, or do you want to take what I would say happens?
What?
Okay. So, all right. This is what happens. I'm gonna use
Doesn't
this
make any
to
damn
some degree.
sense.
But what occurs is this. So he kicks your gun out of your hands, or attempts to, and you try and use the strap to, along with your hands, to try and to grab his foot. And in doing so, the strap snaps, leaving you with nothing to grab onto, and your rifle on the ground, not in your hands anymore. So the strap is what takes the hit, not you. Not you.
Okay,
It's all good.
sure.
Or you can hurt yourself.
I'm telling you,
It's
I
man.
can't. I was grabbing. What
Right.
did I grab my own hand?
I know. That's why I'm like, okay, you probably had the strap, wrapped around your arm. When he kicked it, kind of threw you off a little bit, slipped out of your hand, and the strap kind of uncinches itself. All right, so
It
and
might.
you're looking.
It
you're
might
looking
have a
up at
quick
Terra.
release on it. That's probably the most sensible thing.
So it doesn't strangle you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay,
So
whatever.
in the process, you accidentally hit the quick release.
all right, so you were looking up at Terran, and he's about to kick you in the face.
Yeah, well, that's kind of dumb because I'm wearing a friggin' helmet.
Oh, that's true. You are.
Not
He
that it
might
would
still
stop
try
people.
to kick him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be
wearing
trying to
face-kicking
smash your
boots.
visor.
I guess that's true. He could be going for the visor.
Yeah, there's no way that's gonna work.
How
Be
would that
quiet,
happen?
you.
Fisticuffs. All right. Okay. No. All right. So after that, you turn and you look up, and he's about to shoot you in the face.
Come on, now we need Sai to pop out of nowhere and shoot him.
Shoot me in the face with what?
He's got a pistol, like it looks like a
Big laser.
Okay,
yeah.
bring it.
All right. No. Rainbow laser pistol. Let's see. Face. What is visor? Would that still be face?
Just face.
Eyes.
Visor.
-5?
Visor protects face.
Okay, so -5.
I want you to roll an 18 here, Mark.
Oh.
Because that'd be funny.
Ah,
How about a 17?
Okay, that'll work.
I accept.
So he points the weapon at your face.
What's that? What's that Mass Effect noise?
So treat as a electronic, and it clicks.
Yeah, it overheated.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. The first Mass Effect. Yeah.
All right, your turn.
So both of you are not looking really good in this fight.
This time I'm gonna grab his arm and set him up for Actually, do I have anything but Marines behind me at this point?
But they left you. You went off by yourself. That's the thing. They told you they were not going to.
Yeah,
follow
but
you. Oh yeah. There's
tactically
no one,
speaking,
yeah,
there shouldn't
if you
be
were
any
to
of them
run
behind
away,
me.
Yeah. There's no one behind you. The corridors that you cleared yourself all the way.
I was debating whether to do all out here. No, let's not. Well, now I'm probably going to know that that thing just overheated. Yeah, let's not press my luck. Fate is not looking kindly on me right now.
Well, it's not exactly looking kindly on him either.
All right, I'm gonna grab for his arm, try to set him up for a lock.
And throw him into line of fire of some Marines.
Or something. Got you
Right,
that
so
time.
he needs to parry that.
No, what's going to happen is he's going to have to.
Parry by 2.
He's going to have to get overshoot so I can kick him off of something.
Ooh, yeah. And then as he's falling, he's like, "Really?"
All right. Well, he's up.
All right. So he takes a step back and draws a fast draw. Well, actually, he can fast draw. Where he's at. So he fast draws his vibro knife. And when you fast draw and succeed, you can use it immediately, or.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Alright, you'll need to dodge.
Let me see. I believe. Damn it. Brain. Sorry. One limitation of the character sheet. Let's see. I'm going to need to do the thing.
Do the thing.
Well, yeah.
Let's hit the block. Alright. Your turn.
Yeah. Now I got to get his arm again.
This seems familiar somehow.
Yeah, I know. Oh wait, that was a parry. I'm already set. Alright, here comes the... Oh yeah, and I got points in that too. Which means I'm going to take a deceptive. Deceptive 1.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What
Welcome
the
to
fuck,
Fantasy
man?
Grounds.
I know. Well, we now know where all it was waiting for this fight. Alright.
That's
so...
3 17s.
I know, that's ridiculous. Alright, so that is your critical miss, right? Or yeah.
It's the curse of Mel.
Don't you put that shit on her. She didn't program it. She's twice the programmer they are.
Let's see, what would
The
that
problem
be?
is we're not in 0G. If we were in 0G, I'd be doing better. Speaking of.
Do you want... What is a suitable... You're not going to throw your hands away.
It just doesn't do anything else. I missed.
Alright. Just got lucky.
Missing is bad enough.
Alright.
Bring it.
He's going to take a swipe at the arm that you just came at him with. Limbs are -2, -3.
2.
And he will succeed.
Still subject to range penalties, though, which is a minimum of -1.
Eh?
A range of 0 is -1. Yeah, according to what you put in.
He's clearly got the wrong modifiers thing.
Jesus
No, I-
Christ.
I cleared my cache.
No, I'm saying Mark has the wrong one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's definitely an older one.
All right, okay? So you parry his.
I'm going to try again.
All right.
God damn it.
No, by this point, Abe had already sent that
There.
shit flying.
Fuck you. -1 to defend.
Success by 0.
Fuck you more.
All right. So he is going to now. He's going to attempt a push kick against you to get
Wait.
you. What?
How did he parry that?
Probably with his weapon arm. His weapon, his knife, and karate are the same.
Knife is -2 to parry.
Oh, is it? Well, there you go. Succeeded.
Ah! Let me check and make sure there's not a... I think we got a contest here. Arm lock, yada yada. Capture, attack, I did that.
Oh no, it's parry -1, but it's still gonna fail.
Yeah, that's still
Yeah,
makes me miss.
so he failed by 1.
Like -2. Dang it.
Okay, so this is the capture. He failed to defend. His arm is trapped. Okay, and he can try to break free on the next turn or something else, and then I can do shit to him.
All right, so his turn. He tries to break free.
That is his knife arm.
Option. Okay. So he will attempt to break your grapple on his arm. So
I
that
do
would
have him with
be-
2 hands, so I get a +5 to my contest.
Okay.
And I've got a bunch of points in it, so I've got the strength bonus as well.
So he's got a judo of 14. So he will attempt to, I guess, break free. Is it a -5 then? Is it a
No,
throw?
I get
No,
the
he just-
+5.
Okay, so I guess not judo throw. Sorry, that's the same skill. It's the same level. So
Actually, that would have
you're
been. I would have used arm lock for that. Actually, he could have used arm lock to counter it as well.
I don't have anything written in like that.
Okay,
So it
well,
sounds like he failed.
Sounds like a fail.
down he goes.
Bah! You need to send him spinning into the, line of fire of the Marines.
Well, that's down he goes.
Well,
Throw from lock,
so you got to throw.
and I will break the shit out of his arm. Alright, yada yada yada. You can throw him using the trap body part as the axis of the throw. Yada yada. This counts as an attack. Quick contest. Your judo or lock technique versus your victim's strength, dex, break, fall, or best grappling skill. Oh,
Ow!
oh.
There it
Yeah,
is.
I don't think you're gonna make
Yeah.
that one.
Nope. Because I don't think unless. Yep. Wait. I can't. There's no. Is it a counter roll? No.
Yeah,
'cause
it's a contest.
Oh.
it's probably a broken fist.
Strength, dex, break, fall, or best grappling skill.
Best grappling skill 14. Oh. Oh, you throw him.
All right, that is
And break the
swing.
arm, it
That
sounds
is
like.
swing crushing damage to the arm.
Ah.
Yeah, but doesn't armor and all that kind of stuff.
No. This is twisting his joints.
Skeleton doesn't care what kind of armor you're wearing. He does not want to bend that
and
way.
this is note for Brian. This is one of those situations where I really need the rollable thrust and swing damage. Actually, is that on the sheet?
Couldn't you just set that up as melee combat
Yes.
actions?
Yeah, I think
Secondary characteristics on the front one page.
right,
can't
it's there, but
roll
you
it,
can't
but-
roll them.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice.
Snap!
That is hit points.
You
At
get
half.
us.
It's not more than
Oh,
half.
almost.
Almost.
It almost popped.
It hurt.
It's going to be sore for a long time.
Down to 7 hit points.
Yeah,
He's
well,
prone.
and he's prone.
And he's prone.
Shooting Marines?
And he's still grappled.
Alright, so he is. How do you. Let's see, so it'd still be considered a break free attempt?
Yep. Yep, but it
What?
sucks because he's locked up.
And he also has a
How-
prone penalty.
Hold on, let me find it for you. Alright, okay, yeah, didn't cripple, rolls, blah, blah, blah.
Or you could just determine what happens there, because he's pretty much hosed.
That's true.
Okay, so, well, here's. So, what are all my penalties?
You're
for trying to
two-hand
throw-
grappled, you're prone, you're face down.
So, is it still. Okay, so it's a counter then, still, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
it's still that.
Alright, so go ahead and throw your wrestling against mine. He's going to try and still break free. Shit! I was like, yeah! Damn it. My success by 9 really is only like a success by 7 or whatever it is. Well, alright, so, Hank, what are you doing to him? Narrate
What?
how the downfall
Yeah, I'm putting-
of... narrate the downfall of Terran.
I got his arm in a bar with his wrist locked behind his back, and I'm gonna put my knee through it.
Okay, so just as you get ready to do that, the two guys that were kind of shooting the other way turn and face you. What do you do?
Oh, yeah. You know
I
what to
stare
do.
right at him as I drop my full body weight into his elbow.
I don't know.
Snappo.
I was thinking they need to swing and start shooting at you, and you just
Yeah,
drag
they're about ready
Terran
to-
in
yeah.
the
Yeah,
way
they're about to
so he
shoot at
takes
you.
the shot.
Oh,
They're-
yeah, even
they-
better.
Yeah, so they
Yeah,
turn
up he goes.
like- and all of a sudden you feel the punch of rounds as they enter Terran as you use him as a body shield.
He could
Wow.
still be alive, and we can turn him over to the Marines, so they got a scout.
So
DNA scapegoat. At
you
least.
can make it back through the door, or you can drag him through the door, or leave him to his
I'm gonna drag him.
All right.
Drag him back, actually, because I want to get on his comes.
He is dead weight, by the way, at this point. He is no longer struggling against you at all.
That's all right. I'm extra happy right now.
All right, those
I
guys come
approve.
around. Those guys start to chase you, shooting at you as you try and run.
Well, depending on their tactical decisions, they're
Well,
gonna eat.
they'll enter the doorway and kind of shoot around the frame, trying to either trying to get you through Terran at this point. Basically,
Okay.
realize that they screwed up, killed Terran, or they think they killed Terran, and they're like, "Well, keep trying for the guy behind him."
He's
Like,
got my.
well, screw it. I didn't like
He's got
him
my
anyway.
old weapon. So that means he's probably still got the shotgun on there. He's probably still got it loaded with high explosives. So I'm just gonna shoot through the goddamn wall.
Well, actually, you got yours back. Remember after?
Yeah, I
Or-
knocked him
yeah.
off the ship or the
Oh.
thing, and
I take
Yeah.
that back then.
You have Terran. Your rifle got left behind. Got kicked to the. Yeah.
No, that's what I meant.
Oh.
Taryn had my rifle.
No, he kicked it out of your hands.
No, he had the rifle, my original rifle.
No. You got your original rifle back, because when Terran and Abe fought on the thing, Terran had dropped the rifle.
Oh, nobody ever told me that, or I never heard that.
No.
Well, never mind all that anyway. It's not
So
that
you're, like,
important.
kicking your current rifle back as you're retreating.
Yeah. It will come back with me one way or the other.
All right. So all right. So you realize quickly that these guys, guys are just gonna keep trying to kill you while you're dragging the limp form of Terran, slowing you down.
No, I thought they were farther away.
They weren't that far away.
You know what you should do there, Daniel, is should reach down and grenades that are conveniently
Yes,
on the Terran's
that works.
right waist and shove him towards them.
Okay.
I like this
So,
plan.
all right. So
Okay,
you
so
pull-
let me
Cold.
back up here. So I had
Right.
him on the ground. They turn around to start
Right.
shooting at me. I pick him up. He takes
Right.
the rounds. While I still have him standing dead weight, I'm gonna lean down, grab my rifle, and shove it behind me. Pull the pin on his grenades and then let go.
All right. You dive through the door as you hear the satisfying
Quick, see him!
crump and
I was
explosion.
gonna say, and the
as
dude just stares like, "Quick, make sure he's okay." Oh shit!
Then there's a satisfying, just the feel of the shock as the grenade goes off, or grenades go off. All right, so cutting to Eddie, and Eddie, Eris, Ella. What? Okay, so you guys get up to the top. They try to make you go to their ship. What do you do? How are you going to talk your way to get the other way?
Oh yeah, Eddie's gonna lay on some talk.
Eddie's gonna say no,
What you got?
but he's going to say diplomatically no.
So they basically do the just because we're helping you doesn't mean we're friends. You're still prisoners of the Empire. You're coming with us.
Can't all fit in your shuttle, man.
Great excuse.
All right, so using diplomacy,
So
Eddie's
Eddie, you start to counter that.
Eddie's going to say that's not going to happen. We're taking our ship. We'll sort this out once we're all clear of this place.
Sorry, one moment.
Besides, your buddies downstairs need help.
Yeah, we still have the key and they don't, so they can't leave
Eddie's
this
totally
place.
got an honest face, right?
He does.
All right, so they start to argue with Eddie. Do not seem like they want to let you go. They're like,
You forget, we have the key to activate the gates. So without us, no one's going anywhere. You're going to have to trust us on this.
yeah. Or we could just kill you here and take the key.
You can't operate the key.
As
No,
far
we-
as Eddie also knows, the key is on the Pilgrim. It's not with us.
Lorraine has the other key.
Yeah,
We won't
They
mention
don't
that though. These are
she's
just dumb
probably
grunts.
going to end up mentioning it if it starts to look really ugly.
Also, the unconscious captain is a genuine war hero.
All right. So one.
Do you know who that is?
So the lieutenant that's, or not the lieutenant, the sergeant that's with you doesn't seem to be, buying it. He's like, he kind of, makes a hand gesture, and two of the Marines beside him kind of start raising their weapons. It's like, look, you're gonna give us this key. And you're gonna show us how to use it, and we're all gonna go home, or we're gonna leave you here and try and figure it out on our own. What's it gonna be?
Yeah,
You are mistaken, Sergeant. We don't have the key on us. It's on our ship.
You just said you had the key.
On our ship. We're wasting time here, Sergeant.
Yeah. Yeah. I suspect Lorraine is gonna do the wait. We got the other one. We can show you how to use it. Let everybody keep clear.
All
Hey,
right.
good diplomacy.
Wow.
All right. So Lorraine offers second key to them.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Okay.
like.
All right. So Lorraine will kind of gently put a hand on Eddie's shoulders, like, "Don't worry, we have the other key. They can have this one. We can all go separate ways. We can all get out of here." And
But screw those Kalamanaru guys.
And the sergeant looks like he kind of does the, "All right, that'll work. Fine. Off with you." And he'll accept the key from Lorraine. Lorraine will kind of, set it up for him almost. You say, "When you're ready, this needs to look like this." And he nods, and then they let you guys go.
Yeah, I'm looking at her disad. She doesn't have anything to, be sneaky or anything like that. So.
What? She's a woman. All women are sneaky.
Ouch.
Easy.
She's charitable and curious and gullible.
I'm right, Ash?
What?
Yeah, see, she's pretending not to have heard.
Mel would say that to my face.
That's a long trip to do that.
She'd make it.
Are you kidding? I'd make it. I want to
All
go
right.
to the beach.
Well, I hate to break up this shit show, but we're running out of time. We're going to our ship.
All right. So the Marines.
Eddie takes point.
The shared line that you guys on the tack neck that you guys have with the Marines. They will say, "Hey, tell your friend we're pulling back. We're out of here." And you'll hear Global will be like, "Hey, you guys need to get out of there fast. Both Kalamanaru's ship and the and the Varger ship are to cover what looks like a shuttlecraft heading to that dock." I'm working with the Lightning right now. We're trying to keep them, damaging your shuttles, but I don't know how long we're going to keep them off you guys. You guys need to leave now.
Right. Hey, Hank, we probably need to go. You're gonna be okay, Private Bug.
Private Bug kind of does that kind of slightly gloss-eyed, like, "Yep, those drugs are good." He's like, and he kind of gives you the thumbs up, just as like two of his Marine buddies grab him under each arm and
kind of like do the guy nod to you, and they haul him up through the hull, or they haul him over to the hole, and they kind of like let you guys go first. Just around that same time, Hank, you make it around the corner, and up you guys go. Buck, you're pretty certain that there's no way that you're pretty certain you have this in the bag. So you and Armin kick on your belts, and up you guys go.
Roger.
As you reach past level 6, you guys stay to like the far edge because you notice that the gray goo is like starting to spill out of into the elevator shaft.
Oh crap. I will transmit that on the TACnet. We have got to go.
All right, so you guys make it to your shuttlecraft. I need 2 piloting dodge rolls from whoever is doing, as the enemy ships try and make it difficult for you to fly away without
probably
damage.
going to end up needing to be Hank, because I think he's the best pilot along with Ella.
Yeah, so unless Hank tells Abe to wake her up, it's him.
Didn't Armin have piloting as well?
Yeah, but I
Pilot?
think
Yeah.
you're better.
Eddie can pilot at 11.
Armin, I think, is a 12 or 13.
Whoa.
Piloting.
It's pretty good.
Hypo 13.
Never mind. So
All right,
it could
Armin.
be Armin.
All right, so give me a. It's going to be a piloting dodge is half your pilot skill
9?
plus your handling. So I think
Yes.
most shuttles are
Plus
plus
combat
1.
reflexes.
Yeah, I was going to say, combat reflexes would still apply to that, wouldn't it?
I think so. Yes. I thought she did. Does she not? Huh. You don't have combat reflexes.
Yeah, Hank's gonna drop.
Really?
How the heck does she not have combat reflexes?
I know, I was about to say, why don't I have combat reflexes? Do I just do off of instinct or something?
She's
Well,
killed
she
more
may
people
not
than
have.
smallpox.
She may not
Remember,
have been
too-
in life or death combat as much.
Yeah, this is the most Armin's ever fought in her life. Remember, like I said, you remember waking up kind of thing, stuff happening,
So Hank is
and
probably
then
gonna
kind of
slide
live,
in and do it.
live pretty benign. You do things without knowing why you know how to do things. Like, I can do martial
True.
arts. Yeah, I don't know, and I'm really good at it. I just don't know when I learned how to do it, kind of stuff.
That's true.
All right.
So-
Well, I think that gets me at a 10. So
Damn, that's a really good dodge. Ship.
Oh, there's one.
Outstanding.
you need more than one.
I need
He
to.
said 2.
All right.
Man.
As you're kind of ducking and dodging, trying to get back to the ship, because everyone's kind of between the shuttles as they're trying to reach maximum velocity. You're kind of playing the dodge, duck and dodge game. The heavy ships are at max speed, so all you have to do is match their speed, because there is a top limit to everybody. And as you're ducking and dodging, you take some fire. Your ship is injured. I need a piloting roll but you're like right there. You can see the docking bay. You know,
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
so you're gonna have to like
Thunk.
basically crash it into the, and you do. So just as you guys are like just about home, Hank, you guys feel the ship lurch. Lights kind of flicker. There's like sparks and everything flies. You know, Eris
Panel
is thrown from a
explodes
seat.
in Eddie's
Yeah.
face.
Eris is thrown from a seat, and like all your emergency indicators start going off, and Hank, you just kind of like hold on to your butts. Or no, he says, "I'm a leaf in the wind," and boom, you kind of skid into the ship, just just before just in the nick of
Everything
time.
explodes.
And
Parked
that's how we'll,
by feel. I'll put the
and-
coffee on.
we will call it an evening.
Awesome. All right.
Cool.
Next week we have it's going to basically be a ship combat.
Oh man.
Well, I might do it more like a chase, as you guys are racing to the gates.
Oh, well. That may not help, actually.
So did the gray goo make it with us, or did we outsmart it?
Yeah, we didn't get to decon, did we?
Oh, we're stuck in the shuttle for a while. I am totally gonna tell Glovel to seal off the ship until so we can't participate in the fight. Not until we're deconned.
So we're gonna be NPCs off to the side while we play
It's gonna
this
be
out.
terrible. We're gonna be stuck in the shuttle.
I never thought about that.
People are gonna die.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yes. You guys get to play the NPCs.
Oh yeah. Good stuff.
All right.
Points.
Points
All
two.
of them.
Right.
Dos
Now.
gracias.
As if the GM approves, I assume he does, I am picking up luck.
I see no reason to say no.
You got kind of lucky there.
And you've saved up points for a long
Yeah, I had a
time.
big pile of them. How much does the GM have left here?
I have one session.
Uh-huh.
Well, Daniel, you know what that means.
Yeah, that means some people need to get out fast and do some character stats.
I'm almost more worried that I don't have enough for a full session.
In which case, we argue about stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure we can drag that out.
Hold up, I don't
Yeah,
think I'm
that's
actually
fine.
going to be playing the next one, like Generica,
Aw.
because I know
Yeah.
I'm sitting it out.
Before we start chatting about other stuff, are we done with the stream?
We are done with the stream. Good night.
Good night,
Night,
Stan.
all.
Stream out.
Good night and Merry
Good night.
Christmas.
Good night, Internet world.